The Making of a Manager by Zhuo begins with her unexpected promotion to a managerial position at age 25. Initially excited by the prospect, Zhuo soon realizes that there's more to management than getting along with everyone. Her journey unfolds from a young intern at Facebook to managing its design team, revealing the trials and errors she faced along the way. Zhuo's narrative is a personal one, recounting moments of doubt, fear, and learning as she transitions from a designer to a manager with no formal training. She discovers that great management is about understanding people and their needs, a revelation she finds akin to her passion for design. Zhuo emphasizes that good managers are made through perseverance, learning from mistakes, and embracing the complexities of people. The book aims to be a resource for new or overwhelmed managers, offering insights into the whys of management and reassuring readers that it's normal to feel unprepared. Ultimately, Zhuo's story is a testament to the fact that with enough care and effort, anyone can become a great manager. Chapter 1 of the book explores the essence and evolution of management through the author's personal journey and professional growth at Facebook. Initially, the author thought management involved day-to-day activities like problem-solving meetings and giving feedback. However, experience taught them that it's more about building a cohesive team, supporting career goals, and streamlining processes. The author realizes that management isn't just a collection of tasks, but about achieving better outcomes through a team. They introduce the concept of a manager's job being to facilitate a team to accomplish more collectively than individually. The author also discusses the importance of purpose, people, and process in management. Purpose defines the team's goal. People pertain to ensuring the right team composition and motivation, and process refers to how the team works together. The chapter emphasizes that good management is about adaptability and influencing these three aspects to improve team outcomes. It concludes by differentiating between leadership and management, stating that while all good managers must be leaders, not all leaders are managers. Leadership is about influencing and guiding others, a skill that can be exhibited by anyone in an organization, regardless of their position. Chapter 2 of the book outlines the experiences and challenges faced by new managers in their first 3 months, emphasizing the importance of adaptation and learning. The chapter categorizes new managers into 4 types: apprentices, pioneers, new bosses, and successors, each with unique advantages and challenges. Apprentices, often promoted within their existing team, benefit from familiarity and guidance, but must navigate changing relationships with peers. Pioneers who start new teams or departments have the freedom to shape their team, but often lack support and must define roles and processes from scratch. New bosses, hired to lead established teams, enjoy a period of leniency and the opportunity to reset their professional identity, but must learn the new environment's norms and build trust from scratch. Successors, replacing a departing manager, face the daunting task of living up to their predecessor's legacy while managing increased responsibilities. For all types, the chapter emphasizes the importance of understanding team dynamics, setting clear goals, and building trust and relationships. It also advises managers to be patient with themselves as they adapt to their new roles, highlighting that becoming a confident and effective leader is a journey that can take years. Chapter 3 of the book explores the nuances of leading a small team, emphasizing the importance of critique meetings, trust, and understanding individuals' motivations and skills. The author cherishes these meetings as a time for creativity, collaboration, and constructive feedback, aiming to enhance the team's work. The significance of a manager's role is highlighted as influencing the team's purpose, people, and process, with a particular focus on understanding what hinders good work and addressing it. The chapter stresses the importance of trust, noting it must be earned through respect, care, and investment in the team. Transparency about performance and acknowledging one's own mistakes are also vital for a healthy team dynamic. The author advises focusing on individuals' strengths, promoting growth and better performance. However, the chapter also recognizes that not all situations can be resolved, and sometimes parting ways is the best solution. It concludes by advising managers to be decisive about personnel issues, ensuring the well-being of both the individual and the team. Chapter 4 The Art of Feedback explores the nuances and importance of providing feedback in a professional setting. The chapter begins with anecdotes contrasting the worst and best feedback the author received, highlighting the profound impact feedback can have. The worst was a tactless critique from an intern, while the best was an honest and constructive comment from a report named Robin, which significantly changed the author's management style. The chapter then delves into the challenges of giving feedback, emphasizing that it's a crucial skill for leaders to master. Good feedback helps clarify expectations and improve skills, thus enabling team members to understand their objectives and how to achieve them. The author describes 4 main strategies to inspire behavioral change: setting clear expectations, giving task-specific feedback, sharing behavioral feedback, and collecting 360-degree feedback. Each method offers a different angle, from providing clear goals to gathering comprehensive perspectives from various sources. The narrative then shifts to discuss the importance of setting clear expectations to prevent major disappointments. Examples are provided, illustrating how early communication of expectations can prevent future issues. The chapter emphasizes that feedback should lead to positive action, suggesting that feedback be frequent, heard, and actionable. Specificity, clarity on what success looks like, and suggestions for next steps are key. The latter part of the chapter focuses on delivering critical feedback or bad news. It suggests being direct and dispassionate, avoiding sugarcoating, and acknowledging disagreements respectfully. The author shares personal learning experiences and emphasizes the importance of owning decisions. Ultimately, the chapter posits that feedback, though challenging to give and receive, is a gift that fosters growth and improvement. It concludes by encouraging a culture of generous feedback sharing, as it benefits both the individual and the team. In Chapter 5 of Managing Yourself, the author describes her overwhelming transition back to work after maternity leave, leading her to seek the guidance of an executive coach named Stacey McCarthy. McCarthy encourages her to introspect and consider her long-term goals, which prompts a deeper self-assessment. She receives a report detailing her strengths and weaknesses as perceived by her colleagues, which, despite her initial reluctance, becomes a crucial tool for self-improvement. The author discusses the commonality of imposter syndrome among managers and the importance of adopting a growth mindset to overcome self-doubt and fear of failure. She emphasizes the need for self-awareness, understanding one's best and worst conditions for performance, and learning to manage triggers that lead to overreactions. To combat feelings of inadequacy, she suggests several strategies: accepting and not overthinking your emotions, questioning the stories we tell ourselves, visualizing success, seeking support, celebrating small wins, and practicing self-care. She reflects on her journey of improvement in public speaking as an example of growth through practice and perseverance. The author advises that effective management and self-improvement require continuous learning. This includes seeking feedback, viewing your manager as a coach, learning from peers, reflecting and setting goals, and taking advantage of formal training opportunities. Ultimately, she concludes that understanding and developing oneself is crucial to becoming a great leader and manager. Chapter 6 of Amazing Meetings explores the evolution of the author's approach to team meetings, initially adopting the standard practice of status meetings. However, this method proved ineffective, as team members either provided too little or too much irrelevant information, leading to disengagement and a sense of wasted time. A team member's suggestion to switch to weekly email updates prompted the author to cancel the meetings, realizing the importance of effective meetings and open feedback. The author discusses the general disdain for meetings, often seen as a necessary evil, despite their prevalence and the significant amount of time executives spend in them. The chapter then delves into the characteristics of good and bad meetings, comparing them to the happy and unhappy families in Anna Karenina. Good meetings leave participants feeling their time was well spent, informed, and clear on their next actions. Conversely, bad meetings are unproductive and disengaging. The author outlines the reasons for meetings, such as making decisions, sharing information, providing feedback, generating ideas, and strengthening relationships. Each type has specific outcomes and structures to be effective. The chapter emphasizes the importance of inviting the right people, preparing participants beforehand, ensuring a safe and inclusive environment for contribution, and the need for specific and actionable follow-ups. The author encourages reflecting on one's meetings to assess their necessity and effectiveness. She shares a personal experience of eliminating unnecessary meetings, suggesting others do the same to avoid wasting time and promoting better well-being and team morale. The chapter concludes by advocating for meetings that are purposeful, engaging, and respectful of participants' time, aiming to make every meeting useful, awesome, and energizing. Chapter 7 of the book, titled Hiring Well, discusses the author's experiences and lessons learned in the hiring process. The chapter begins with a story about Tom, a candidate who didn't solve all the problems in the interview, but demonstrated qualities like dedication and thoughtfulness, leading the author to advocate for his hire. This experience teaches the author that hiring isn't just about filling a position, but about building the future of an organization. The chapter emphasizes the importance of hiring well, stating it as the most critical task in a growing organization. It provides detailed strategies for designing a team intentionally, such as mapping out a future organizational chart and understanding the skills and experiences needed. The author stresses the need for active involvement in the hiring process, from describing the ideal candidate to ensuring a smooth interview experience and personally engaging with candidates. It acknowledges the gamble in hiring, but advises making smart bets by examining past work, seeking trusted recommendations, and getting multiple interviewers involved. The author suggests avoiding consensus and looking for passionate advocates when making hiring decisions. As the need for hiring scales up, the author describes it as a matter of diligent execution, emphasizing the need to research leadership hires, build long-term relationships with top talent, and develop a strong bench of leaders. The chapter concludes by highlighting the importance of creating a culture that prioritizes hiring well, ensuring that the process aligns with the organization's values and goals. Chapter 8 of the book, Making Things Happen, tells the story of Kevin and Mike, who initially created an app called Bourbon. However, after observing that the photo sharing feature was the most popular, they pivoted their app, focusing solely on this aspect and renaming it Instagram. This pivot led to Instagram becoming a global platform used by over 1 billion people and eventually acquired by Facebook for $1 billion. The chapter emphasizes that success is rarely a straight line. It involves consistent planning, execution, learning, and adapting. It introduces the concept of process, which is neither inherently good nor bad, but a series of actions to achieve goals. A good process helps execute at best, learning from mistakes and making smarter future decisions. The author advises starting with a concrete vision, using tangible and measurable visions that inspire and provide clear direction. An effective strategy should have a realistic chance of success, focusing on a team's unique strengths and the most impactful efforts. It's also important to assign clear responsibilities and break down big goals into smaller, manageable tasks. The chapter concludes by stressing the importance of balancing short-term actions with long-term goals and continually evolving processes. Reflecting on experiences, learning from them, and adapting strategies is key to navigating the complexities and uncertainties of achieving success. Chapter 9, Leading a Growing Team, explores the challenges and strategies associated with managing an expanding team. Initially, adding new members to a small team can bring fresh perspectives and energy. However, as the team grows, old processes become ineffective and more structure is needed to manage the increasing complexity. The author reflects on their journey from managing a small team to a larger one, emphasizing that while core management principles remain the same, the daily realities significantly change. The chapter discusses the differences between managing small and large teams in Silicon Valley's fast-paced environment. As teams grow, direct management becomes impractical, and leaders need to shift their focus from micromanaging to setting a vision and delegating effectively. The author stresses the importance of adapting to change and the need for constant evolution in processes and management styles. As teams expand, the nature of the manager's role and relationships changes. Managers become more distant from day-to-day operations, making it crucial to trust and empower their subordinates. This can lead to feelings of losing control, but it's a necessary adjustment for scaling effectively. Managers also need to become aware of how their perceived authority can influence team dynamics and communication. Effective delegation is highlighted as a critical skill for managers of growing teams. It involves striking a balance between being overly involved, micromanaging, and too hands-off, absentee managing. The author encourages giving challenging problems to team members as a sign of trust and a means to foster growth. Shared vision and alignment on priorities become increasingly important for cohesive team operation. The chapter concludes with a discussion on the importance of self-replacement. Great managers should continuously seek to make themselves redundant in their current tasks by empowering others to take over, allowing them to focus on new challenges and opportunities for growth. This approach ensures both the managers and the team's continuous development and adaptation in a fast-evolving environment. Chapter 10 of Nurturing Culture explores the crucial role of culture in an organization, emphasizing that it's defined by norms and values rather than corporate statements. The author suggests culture is better understood by observing what a company sacrifices for its values, using Facebook's "nothing at Facebook is somebody else's problem" as an example of a culture of ownership and responsibility. The chapter shares a story of how Facebook handled an intern's mistake, illustrating a culture that values learning and accountability over blame. The chapter advises leaders to be intentional about their team's culture, which acts like a team's personality. It provides a series of questions to help leaders understand their current team culture and aspirations, urging them to align their actions with the culture they aspire to create. It emphasizes the importance of frequently discussing values, leading by example, and creating the right incentives to foster desired behaviors. Real-life examples demonstrate how misaligned incentives can lead to unintended consequences, emphasizing the need for well-thought-out rewards that align with the team's values. The chapter suggests regular reflection on the difference between stated values and actual behavior to understand and address any discrepancies. Finally, the author encourages inventing traditions that celebrate and reinforce the team's values, sharing various examples of traditions from different teams. Zuckerberg's weekly Q&A is highlighted as a tradition that exemplifies Facebook's value of openness. The chapter concludes by reminding leaders that the small, everyday actions and decisions shape the team's culture and ultimately determine the team's success or failure. The epilogue of the book, titled "The Journey is 1% Finished," reflects on the author's path in management as a series of learning experiences full of mistakes and growth. The author candidly shares their early struggles with inexperience, misunderstandings, and the challenges of leadership, from tense late-night chats to emotionally charged one-on-ones. Despite these challenges, they highlight the invaluable lessons learned in a dynamic environment under influential leaders. The Facebook office, with its unfinished, vibrant aesthetic, symbolizes the ongoing journey of growth and learning, emphasizing that the process is never truly complete. The author expresses gratitude towards their mentors, colleagues, and family, acknowledging the collective effort behind their journey and the book. They end on an inspiring note, encouraging readers to embrace their team and the shared journey of creating something meaningful together. The acknowledgments further reflect the collaborative nature of the author's journey, thanking a wide range of individuals for their support and impact.